God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Like, I just feel like I don't want no man to be able to say, oh yeah, Chanel, that's my baby mom. Ew. He didn't create me to be plus size. Like, that was me. I should have put that plate down. Somebody should have slapped the black off. He not doubling back because he loves you or he miss you. He doubling back because he know you dumb enough to let him come back. I started at a 4-year university. I ended at a community college. So what? By the grace of God, I am the girl that got away, okay? It's yours truly, Chanel Jasmine, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I like to share 7 things that I would have told my 20-year-old self. I am currently 28, and these are just a few things that I wish someone told me at 20 years old. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The first thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is to build a relationship with God. I didn't start actively building a relationship with God until 2025, which I would have been 27. And honestly, my only regret with that is wishing I would have started sooner. At 20 years old, I was insecure. I had not known what self-love was at that time, so I definitely was looking for other people to make me feel confident, to make me feel worthy, to make me feel wanted. And the reality is, no one can make you feel secure. Like, no human being can make you feel whole. That's just the honest truth. And not only that, people aren't reliable. Like, humans are not reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can feel something about something today and then not like it tomorrow. Like, we grow, we elevate, our desires change, our tastes change, our goals change, our standards change. The person I am today, I was not the same person at 20. I was not the same person at 15. Like, over the years, I have grown. I have became a new person. So it's like, you can't look at someone to make you feel whole and to make you feel complete when in a few more years they're going to be a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to God, God is reliable. God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Like, his word does not change. What he says does not change. The covenant does not change. If you guys didn't know, rainbows is a symbol that God gave to represent the covenant that he made to never flood the earth again. He flooded it before, if you don't know. He flooded the earth before, completely washed everything, which is why Noah's Ark was established. I'm not gonna get too far into that. Read your Bible. But he said he would never flood the earth again. And as a representation of that covenant, he created a rainbow. I say that because his word doesn't change. If God says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. He sticks to his word. He's reliable. Like, his character does not change. He does not change. He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So it's just like, not only is he reliable, he's always there. You don't have to worry about him ever switching up on you, ever. Like, if you ever feel that you are distant from God, that's because you moved. He didn't. He does not go anywhere. He's always there. And I just feel like at 20 years old, a relationship with God would have been everything for me. Because I feel like I was so lost. I was just like, why am I keep running into people that's disappointing me? Why can't I find anyone that I can rely on? Why can't I find someone to truly love me genuinely? And it's just like, you're not going to find that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have everything of this world that you desire, but if you don't have a relationship with God, you'll still feel incomplete. You'll still feel like something is missing. And you got to think about it. God designed all of us to worship him. He created us in his image. So we all have a piece inside of us that can only be fulfilled by God. So it doesn't matter what you obtain in this world. If you don't get God to fill that space, nothing will fill it. Not a car, not money, not a person, not a relationship. Nothing will fill that space but God himself. When I tell you my relationship with God has changed my life, it has changed my life. And The only thing I regret is just not starting sooner. Number 2, I would tell my younger self, don't be afraid to take up space. I told you guys before, I was born with the Holy Spirit. I didn't know then what I know now. So that was the reason why when I walked into a room, everyone would look at me, okay? Now, when you take that on top of me being insecure, on top of the fact that I am a plus size woman, on top of the fact that I am 5'11", everyone is going to notice me when I walk into a room. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I promise I'm not. It's just a fact. Every room I walk into, everyone stares at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't fit in. I don't blend in with this world. I'm not of this world, so I don't fit in with this world. You got to understand, I was born with the Holy Spirit. When you are chosen, God plants himself inside of you before you even come out the womb, okay? So I was set apart the moment I got here. And so I would make a lot of people bother. My presence, my existence would make a lot of people bother. So long story short, I was in a Family Dollar one day and I was in line. There was like 4 other people in front of me. I watched the cashier be friendly, smile, chit chat with everybody that was in front of me. As soon as it was my time to be rung up, he looked down at like Family Dollar got like this keyboard type thing, register, whatever you want to call it. But he stayed looking down at this thing. He never looked up at me. Mind you, I was like, hello. He was like, hi. He never made eye contact with me, but I watched him be friendly with everybody else that was in front of me in line. And that's just one out of many examples. Like when I go into a place, some people, they're friendly. They smile at me, they stare at me. You feel me? Like a lot of people are drawn to me, but a lot of people are bothered. So they'll give me attitude it's not for no reason, because clearly the light in me is bothering their demons, but they'll give me attitude. They'll look at me with a stank face, like all of that. And so as a result, I kind of like started not going out as much because I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. But the reality is I'm taking up space. You feel me? Like when I walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts because it's not me that shifts the atmosphere. It's the God in me that shifts the atmosphere. So it's just like, why not take up space? Why dim yourself down to make other people feel comfortable? Like you literally was not made to fit in. You literally was designed to stand out. So own that, embrace that. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Don't let nobody make you feel like you don't belong. Girl, take up as much room as you need, okay? What? Listen, do not dumb yourself down to make nobody else comfortable, like period. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like you are a person just like them. So it's not fair to you to hide yourself and be shy or just feel like you can't be yourself to make somebody else feel comfortable. Absolutely not. Take up space. Be complicated. Have standards. Don't dumb yourself down for nobody. Okay? The third thing I would tell my 20-year-old self is to love every part of yourself. For a long time, I was my own biggest critic. Chanel, why would you say that like that? Chanel, why did you wear that like that? Chanel, why would you do that like that? Chanel, you could have did better. You could have put more into it. You could have gave 100%. You only gave 80. You could have did better. Girl, like what are you doing? You slacking. Like why? Love every part of you, even the parts that you were insecure about. So I told you guys I'm 5'11". So I have big feet. That was an insecurity I had for a long time. So if someone said to me like, oh, your feet is big, I would get really, really defensive because that was already an insecurity that I had. So the fact that you pointed it out, it just pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, the reality is this is who God made me to be. This is how God created me. God created me to be 5'11". He didn't create me to be plus size. Like that was me. I should have put that plate down, but we're working on it. But I'm talking about the things that I have no control over. My height, I have no control over. You know, my dark spots, I was very insecure about. But keep in mind, back then, I had really, really bad acne. Like right now, my skin currently is the best it has ever been. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to get my acne under control, but I still have a few dark spots because of that. So I would be insecure about my dark spots. If I went outside not wearing makeup, I'm in my head thinking like, are people staring at my dark spots? Are they looking at my imperfections of my skin? The reality is you will not have this body again. So it's just like, if it's not something that you have control over, embrace it. love it. Because the gag is you can't change it. So why continue to beat yourself up over it, or why continue to make yourself feel less than or put yourself down over something you have no control over? I have no control over my height. I have no control over the size of my feet. I have no control over the size of my hands. I have no control over my long legs. I have no control over my long arms. I don't have control over that. So why not love it? Why not embrace it? Why not say, you know what? That is what makes you you. Everything about me is what makes me me. The things that you are insecure about are the things that make you you. So why not love that? Why not embrace it? You be like, you know what? This might not be the norm, but it's me. You have to love every part of you, flaws and all. Because if you think about it, it's only a flaw because you look at it negatively. Bro, people come up to me and say, oh, I wish I was that tall. I wish I had your height. People that are tall wants to be short. The people that are short wants to be tall. People that are big wants to be skinny. The people that are skinny wants to be thicker. Like, somebody wishes they had what you had. That thing that you beat yourself up about, that thing that you find a flaw or insecurity, somebody wants that. Like I said, I have dark spots on my face. Someone wishes their only skin problem was dark spots. Someone wishes they could be 5'11". Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, love who you are. Love it. Love her. Number 4, a man circling back is not a flex. I'm gonna say that again for my younger self. A man doubling back is not a flex. It's not. Y'all, I used to swear up and down, oh, he must love me, he won't leave me alone. She's like, you really feeling your girl, like you just keep coming back, Somebody should have slapped the black off. A man doubles back to see if he can. A man doubles back to see if you are going to allow him to. It does not mean he's in love with you. It does not mean he can't find nobody else better than you. It does not mean that your lady parts is just that good. He just can't get enough. No. He doubles back to see if you're stupid enough to let him come back. I said it. Think about it. A man that loves you, that really sees your value, he will not go months with no contact and then randomly just hit you up. A man that loves you and sees your worth is going to see it and realize it the first time. He's not going to have to go 6-7 months not talking to you and then just come back. No. They come back to see if they can. He don't love you, girl. And if you're fornicating with him, that's really why he come back. Think about it. Look at the time where he randomly hit you up. What time of the day is it? Or if it is early, I bet you he'd be like, can I see you tonight? What you got planned later on? He hit you up at 9 o'clock because the girl that he originally planned to see most likely had him pull up, and then she stopped answering the phone. So then he remembered he had your number in his phone. Then he hit you up talking about, can I come through? And you, all right. No, honey, no. It's not a flex. I know that now because once I start setting standards with some men, I never heard from them again. Once I showed a man he couldn't come back, I never heard from him again. It's like they tried, I shut it down, never heard from them again. Yeah. He not doubling back because he loves you or he miss you. He doubling back because he know you dumb enough to let him come back. Number 5, decide what you want out of life and go for it. Don't let someone else decide it for you. So straight out of high school, I went to college. I went to a 4-year university. Since I was a child, up until me going to college, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I love children. I love helping people. I felt like it was just a perfect mix. So when I went to college, I was a bio major. It wasn't until I went to college when I realized that being a pediatrician wasn't my passion. It was an interest. And after working multiple jobs by that point, I realized if I'm going to get up and do something every day, I want to love what I'm doing. I don't want to just do it just to do it. I want to love what I'm doing, because let me tell you something, those jobs that I had, I hated going to them, but I was going to them for a check. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, if I'm gonna get up every day, I want to love what I'm doing, because when you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. Let's just take my channel, for example. I could edit for hours and I love every moment of it. Versus when I log into my 9 to 5, I'm constantly looking at the clock. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. When you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. And I just feel like if I'm doing something every day, I want to love it. As you guys know, I've spoken about my testimony before, but I did try to commit suicide in college. So as a result, I left my 4-year university and I went to a community college. Honestly, I just wanted some kind of degree because I'm just like, I started at college. So it was like, I want to walk away with something. So remind you, before I left the 4-year university, there was nothing else I was interested in. Like, aside from being a pediatrician, I started taking interest in makeup. So there was nothing else I wanted to study. So again, but because I was just like, I want some kind of degree under my belt, I went to a 2-year college and I got an associate's. But when I did leave the university, like, my mom, she just would be like, oh, I'm disappointed in you. And I had other family members, oh, I thought you was going to be a doctor. You just going to leave the university like that. At the end of the day, I am my own person. I am my own soul. So if I decided after I went to college that I don't want to be a doctor, then that's my choice. I feel like a lot of times, especially parents, they forget that their kids are their own person. Like, yes, you birthed them, but ultimately they are their own person. They have their own soul. God will judge them as their own being, not under you. At the end of the day, it's whatever they want to do with their lives. It's not your decision. You see in movies all the time when a child comes home and come out the closet to their parent we talking about, oh, you ain't my child. What is that? Like, at the end of the day, your child is their own person. Your child is a human being. They have every right to make the decisions that they want to make for their lives. Even if you don't agree with it, just support it. Because at the end of the day, they have to answer to God. They will be judged by God. You will be judged on you. You're not going to be judged based on your child. Do what it is that you want to do. Don't let nobody guilt trip you into doing something that they want you to do. It's your life and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy about what it is you're doing. This is just how I feel. Why would I get up every day not loving what I'm doing? I want to be happy. So many people are miserable. They are miserable because they work at a place that they don't love. That's no way to live. That is no way to live. So yes, I started at a 4-year university. I ended at a community college. So what? I don't care about who's proud. I don't care about who's disappointed. I don't care about that because this is my life. Those student loans are on my credit. Like, let's just be for real. I wish after high school, I just had a moment to sit down and really figure out what I really wanted to do. But straight from high school, I went right to college. And guess what? Now I got student loans. Number 6, I would tell my 20-year-old self to keep her virginity. I actually lost my virginity at 20 years old and I wish I would have kept it. I do. I really wish I would have kept it. I just feel like, knowing what I know now, a man that is not in love with you, that does not want to spend his life with you, should not have access to that. And now that I think about it, now that I really know what love is after building a relationship with God, I realized that the men that I was in relationships with, they didn't love me. They didn't love me. They did not love me. And it's not surprising because I wasn't loving myself either. So I really didn't, I didn't see it. Like, I didn't know then what I know now, but they didn't love me and they didn't deserve that from me, Like, back then I just thought like sex was just so casual. I know now it's so much more. It's so much more, especially spiritually. Like, it's so much more. And I just feel like no man deserves that. If that's not your husband, he don't deserve that. You don't deserve it, And it's just like another thing. Sex is nasty when you really think about it. Like, exchanging body fluid, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why do that with somebody you're not in love with? I wish I would have kept her. And I say all the time, I thank God so much because even before I started seeking him and building a relationship, he had me covered. He was covering me. He was watching over me the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the grace of God, I've never caught any kind of disease. By the grace of God, I never was pregnant. I'm not nobody's baby mom. Like, by the grace of God, I am the girl that got away, okay? Hallelujah. I am the one that got away, and I'm just so thankful because I don't have a desire to be a baby mother. My whole family is baby moms. Ain't nobody in my family married. You know what I'm saying? So I knew at a young age that I was meant to break the generational curses. So it's just like, when I have babies and stuff, I want a family. I want a family with my husband. Like, no shade to baby mothers out there. No shade. This is just me. This is me, okay? I just feel like I don't want no man to be able to say, oh yeah, Chanel, that's my baby mom. Ew. I don't want no man to be able to say that. You know what I want? I want my man to be like, oh, Chanel, that's my wife. That's my wife, okay? Like, I'm a wife. I'm not a baby mother. I'm a wife. And I'm not saying, please don't take this as shade. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a baby mother. It's not something that I want for myself. I grew up watching my mom have different baby fathers and how they barely helped her. And one thing about my mom, she always did what she had to do for us. Like, she made sure we was cool, you know what I'm saying? But I watched her have to do everything by herself. And it's just like, I don't want that for my kids. You know, I'm not just thinking of me. I'm thinking of my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it's like to have a dad that treats you like he didn't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what that's like, and I don't want my kids to ever have to experience that, you know? And it's just like, I'm not even just thinking of myself. I'm thinking of them. Like, I want my kids to experience a loving home. I want my kids to know this is what a healthy, loving marriage looks like. This is what a healthy, loving household look like. I didn't grow up with that. I did not grow up with that. I grew up in a chaotic house. I don't want that for my kids. When you really think about it, like, men, they only want that. If you notice, men will do everything in their power to get you. And then once you give them that, the chase is over. And then you wonder why so many single mothers out here. That's just because the man only wanted her. He never wanted you. He wanted her. I'm gonna say that again. He never wanted you. He wanted her. So when you pop out with a baby, he didn't want you. What makes you think he want the child? I'm not being shady. I'm just speaking the truth, okay? Yeah, I would definitely tell my 20-year-old self to keep her. Keep your virginity. Save her for your husband. I feel like that's a clear indication that a man really likes you. The fact that you can be with him and y'all can date and stuff like that and not do that, that means he likes you. He's interested in spending time with you. He ain't just fixated on your body. I will tell my younger self to keep her. She's valuable and only your husband deserves that. Number 7, I would tell my 20-year-old self to believe actions and not words. Growing up, I didn't have parents that said kind words to me. I didn't grow up with I love yous and you're so beautiful, you're worthy, you're perfect. I didn't grow up with that. So when I got into the real world and I heard those words from people, I believed it. So I would tolerate a person treating me like crap, but if they said they loved me, I believe they loved me. But the reality is, if you want to know if a person really cares and loves you, you have to pay attention to their actions, not what they're saying. What do they actions say? Because a person can say they love you all day, but if they're treating you like crap, they don't love you. Like, let's just be honest. And, you know, I learned that there's a big difference between how you feel about somebody and how that person makes you feel. So, for example, how you feel about somebody. Oh, that's my homie. We've been cool since middle school. And, you know, when you see her, you see me. When you see me, you see her. Okay. Now, how does she make you feel? Well, when we're around other people, she be shady. She be saying a lot of shady stuff in a joking way. When we get around guys, she just start doing the most. And when she needs me, I'm always there for her. But when I'm in need, she's never there. It is a difference between how you feel about somebody and how that person makes you feel. I could have saved myself from a lot of situations had I paid attention to people's actions rather than their words. And I don't regret anything because I'm so wise now. Like, I definitely thank God for everything I've encountered, good, bad. I'm thankful for it all because I wouldn't be who I am without it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the person I am today without those situations. Like, I'm so wise, you know what I'm saying? I'm experienced, so I can speak to younger people or, you know, my kids one day. Like, so it had to happen for me to be able to talk about it. But a man telling you he love you at 5 p.m. but then slapping you in your face at 10 p.m., he don't love you. Anybody can do this. One thing that is not going to be deceiving is actions. That is not going to deceive you, because if you don't truly love something, you're not going to stand 10 toes behind it. You're not going to put your all into something. When you love somebody, you're coming correct behind it. You're putting your all behind it. That's really what you have to pay attention to. Forget the words. I don't care what you're saying. What are you showing me? So yeah, those were 7 things that I would tell my 20-year-old self. I do think I'm gonna make a part 2 just because I have a lot of things that I would tell my 20-year-old self. And, you know, I just wish that I had someone to tell me these things, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, I don't regret experiencing the things that I've experienced, I do believe it was all a part of my story, it was all a part of my journey, so I don't regret it. But it would have been nice to have that guidance and knowing then what I know now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Also, don't forget, Jesus loves you so very much, and so do I. Until next time, love you all. Mwah. Channel is yours truly, Chanel Jasmine. In today's video, I am 27, and I'm not 27, I'm 28. Yeah, I turned 28 last year. Girl. Okay. That's my upstairs neighbor. My leg falling asleep. It is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Body. She need to sit down somewhere. I am cramping. It is Saturday. I have every reason and I have every right to just lay in a bed. And what did I do? I recorded today. This is true passion right here. This is true calling right here. So I hope y'all enjoy my videos, because a lot of effort go in my videos. A lot of time go in my videos. A lot goes into my videos. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please and thank you.